Welcome, my name is Hayden Eagleston, and I am your worship associate this morning, as part of the team that is working to record and stream this service to you wherever you may be. We are an inclusive congregation that welcomes you as you are, inclusive of all your identities, complexes, and situations. We welcome you as your whole self, even if it isn't fully assembled, because we recognize that we are all a work in progress and that we are all in this together. The service is being posted for you on our YouTube page so that folks can watch it again later. Feel free to share it with all of your friends. Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest for truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, to serve humankind in fellowship. For these high purposes do we unite in worship. We gather in this hour as people of faith, with joys and sorrows, gifts and needs. We light this beacon of hope to sign our quest for truth and meaning, in celebration of life as we share together.
Welcome to this day, this hour, this place, this body. Together, we will answer a call to love. Together, we will create a thing of great beauty. Together, we will find the holy in the spaces in between. Together, we will worship. Welcome.
Hello. I have some dad jokes that I'd like to share for the services this Sunday. I hope you find them punny. 1. It's inappropriate to make a dad joke. If you're not a dad, it's a faux pas.
Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field.
What's a shark's favorite sandwich? Peanut butter and jellyfish.
We have a new mission. Please join with me in saying these words together. Our spiritual community lives courage, nurtures wonder, inspires justice, includes all.
At this time in our service, we recognize the joys and concerns of our community. I'm going to start with lighting a candle for Dwight Vick. He is ill and awaiting test results. This is also a candle of sorrow for Joe Peitz, who had to put his beloved German Shepherd Pete down recently. And we are lighting another candle of concern for our friend Renee Dantes, whose family is dealing with complex medical issues. And here is a candle of joy for the summer solstice, which was yesterday afternoon. May the summer sun ripen our fields, bring growth, change, and a good harvest. And now, I light one more candle for the joys and concerns not shared and expressed, yet felt keenly and deeply in our hearts. And now, let us take a moment to follow our breath into those places we might have rushed over all week. With each breath, I invite you to go deeper and find that part of your own center that needs inspiration. Breathing in, breathing out. So much is happening right now that we can no longer pretend that we are anything but connected. Even as we hold one another at a distance, we see how we are inextricably bound It is a time for each of us, privileged and oppressed, sometimes simultaneously. It is time for each of us to change. For us to see the world that we say we want, we must change. For us to see a world where Black people can breathe, we must change. Quick. What do I feel when I hear those words, we must change? Don't push those feelings away. They are key to the work. Because if I am still ringing and stinging, denying and deflecting, it will show up over and over again if I ask others to change without first changing myself. And so I will examine all of the ways that I must change to see this world that we both say we wish to see. My transformation, your transformation, are essential for the transformation of this world. And where will we find the strength to do this work? We will find it in our breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Blessed be. Amen.
I could tell you a joke about pizza, but it's a little cheesy.
Why was the big cat disqualified from the race? Because he was a cheetah.
What do you say to a lollipop when you throw it away? So long, sucker.
What do we look for in our fathers? We look for our fathers for protection. The world can be a scary place. Parents, especially fathers, are huge, strong, and tall in comparison to a tiny child. Like the giants in a great legend of a fairy tale. Dad keeps us safe. Dad teaches us useful skills, like how to cross the road. Dads take us into the world. Dads empower us. My father taught me how to swim, how to ride a bicycle, how to drive. My father taught me my first aid and how to chop firewood. It has occurred to me that those two lessons have been related. My father taught me how to read. We look to our fathers for affection, and in our culture, this can be a challenge. We have been shaped by a culture that sometimes models manliness in terms of stoic repression and emotion. Perhaps we need to recognize affection, loving kindness when they open their arms and hold us tight. Not over-controlling, restrained, but not too distant. Not unavailable or uninvolved. Not shut down. Perhaps we need to recognize a father's affection when it comes to us in a sharing of time, in a sharing of space, in being present, just being there. In the sharing of activities, and the playful, loving touch of a sport and attention through shared stories in humor, wordplay, or interplay. Perhaps you have a special personal memory with your father. Maybe a time that you shared camping. Please take this time to thank your father for everything that he may have taught you and every time that you had as a special time together. We look for our fathers for affirmation, for an ongoing relationship in doing and thinking and feeling, in talk and in silence, in stories remembered and dreams foreseen. Happy Father's Day.
Fathering in our culture has shifted dramatically in the last 100 years or so. Only a generation back, fathers were expected to be emotionally distant, formal, critical, reserved. Excessive emotionality was seen to be a weakness. Displays of affection were potentially damaging or weakening to the father and the child. Criticism was considered the best way for a man to correct his family. Anger and even violence were justified. Now, separately, all of these traits, criticism, anger, distance, all of these can be part of any person. But collectively, they form a person who is struggling to be human. And collectively, these traits are key aspects of the God of the Hebrew Bible. Reserved, distant, critical, angry, even violent. Anyone who really reads the Hebrew scriptures notices that something weird happens. It begins with the creative, generative, delighting God that spins everything out of nothing. This is the God that even acknowledges being plural. Let us make humankind in our image, according to our likeness. Genesis 1:26. This God includes both the masculine and the feminine energies and creates humankind in this plural way of being. And then something changes. And what was delighting in creating becomes preoccupied with correctness, obedience, ownership. The God became a father, and in doing so seemed to lose its sense of wonder, joy, and most definitely its sense of humor. However, those who are busily fathering and creating in this world right now, they are remembering to keep their humor. And thus, we have dad jokes. Dad jokes are an aspect of parenting that's a little new to our culture. And if you're not familiar with the category, here are the features of a true dad joke. They are entirely clean. There's no sex, no hatred, no misogyny or racism. No one gets hurt. They are playful with language, employing puns and homophones and using words with double meanings like what's brown and sticky. A stick. They're short. Often they're one-liners. They don't ramble on to get to a delayed punchline. In fact, often if you're not paying attention, you might not catch it until 2 beats after it's over. So like, I don't trust stairs. They're always up to something. They can be cheesy. I mean, sometimes they are so corny that they just might seem stupid or pointless. I'm hungry. Hi, hungry. They can even upend the expected structure of a joke. What did the farmer say when he lost his tractor? Where's my tractor? So dad jokes come in many varieties, but they are always appropriate, even for young children. And yes, they might elicit groans and eye rolls from the older children, but that's sort of the point. They are a signal part of this transformation of modern masculinity. Dad jokes are doing their part to tear down the patriarchy that has held men and women hostage in gender roles that are set up to maintain power. Dad jokes are subverting these old gender norms, and that's a good thing. Dad jokes are silly, they're playful, but they're also clever teaching tools. They're educating children in the fluidity of our language. And they're showing children that language is fun and it can be played with. And the jokes might seem unsophisticated, but by pointing up absurdities and polysemy, that's the way a single word can have multiple meanings, dad jokes are leading children into more sophisticated levels of cognition. When a father is telling a joke, even a dreadful pun or that bit of absurd anti-humor, like the farmer and the tractor, he's also letting the children place themselves above him intellectually, even for a moment. That moment they can feel superior, hence the eye rolls. This might seem demeaning, maybe even pathetic, but it actually functions to boost the child's sense of awareness. It's as if the father is linguistically lifting the child up onto his shoulders for them to have a better view of the world. This is an act of selflessness. It's a willingness to appear foolish in order that the child will grow more and wiser. And then there is the shared space that is humor, where humans bond better. This is the moment where we set down seriousness and we laugh together. And families who laugh together have amazing memories. And the dad jokes help form those foundational moments of shared humor. Besides, laughing releases oxytocin, which is a hormone that helps humans bond to one another better. So yes, those dreadful puns are drawing us closer together at the physiological level. What makes a dad joke a thing of such beauty is that it is an expression of affection. It reinforces familial bonds. It teaches children that they are part of something goofy and playful. They are a part of something endlessly creative and loving. And it teaches them that their own laughter is a gift that they give this world. Dad jokes are an antidote to the toxic forms of masculinity that call for obedience over understanding or that glorify power over creativity. They teach children that gentleness is strength and that laughter is best when it is loving. Dad jokes and the men who tell them are here to make the world a better place. Oh, and why don't oysters share their pearls? Because they're shellfish. Happy Father's Day.
Don't trust atoms. They make up everything.
What do you call a fly without wings? A walk.
I don't play soccer because I enjoy the sport. I just do it for the kicks.
What did the running late tomato say to the other tomatoes? Don't worry, I'll catch up.
Usually at this time in our service, the congregation makes its financial offering. If you have made a pledge or would like to make a contribution, you can simply mail it to our office or you can make it online. There's a donate button on our YouTube landing page and on our website, uuamarillo.org. On the home page in the upper right corner, you will find a blue donate button that will take you to a place where you can donate securely through PayPal. And if you have made a financial pledge this year, please keep up your pledge. While we are not meeting in person, some groups are still meeting. Nothing Much Buddhist group will continue to meet on Mondays at 7:30 using Zoom. Please check out their Facebook for more information. Our UU adult religious education classes are still meeting at 10 a.m. on using Zoom. If you are interested in attending this class, please contact Lydia Miller. Next Sunday, we will be joining in to watch General Assembly worship live stream at 9 a.m. If you want to sleep in, it's okay. You can wait and watch it at 12 p.m. Keep an eye out for our upcoming summer TED Talks on Tuesday mornings at 10:30 throughout July. Linda Cook Katz will host this weekly online meeting to watch TED Talk and then discuss ideas presented. For more information, please contact the office. Tea time and after dinner coffee will suspend for the month of July while Reverend Nell heads out on study leave. If you would like to meet with friends on Zoom, please contact Larry Miller or John Hintz, and they will help you set up a group. At this time, I would like to thank all of the folks here who are helping out to make this service happen. Thank you to John and Larry for your dedication and care. We couldn't make this happen without you. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
Please join with me in singing our closing hymn, Spirit of Life. Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea. Move in the hand, giving life the shape of justice. Roots hold me close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me.
May the fellowship of this hour touch and move our lives until we come again together.
As you go out into this world, please take these words with you. What do you see when you look down a mole hole? Molasses! Go in peace.
Where did Napoleon keep his armies? Up his sleeves.
And last but not least, an oldie but a goodie. How do you make a Kleenex dance? You put a little boogie in it. Bye.